Good morning. It's Tuesday, August 20th, 2024. Peace is a part of the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. On the news this morning, taxi driver dies after road accident in Rumosi, Port Harcourt. Police invite NLC President Joe Ajero over alleged terrorism. ASU issues ultimatum for planned nationwide strike. On the foreign scene, Libya Central Bank reopens after kidnapped official freed. Details of these and more after the break. You're welcome back. I'm Ifechi Kumayelo with the news. Now, a taxi driver has died after he was hit by a vehicle that was driving against traffic around the Rumosi axis of the East-West Road in Port Harcourt. The taxi driver, who was yet to be named, had parked his vehicle to pick up an item from a store close to the vulcanizing shop. When the incident happened, the vehicle, a 4MATIC Benz, also hit two tricycles, leaving at least 3 people injured. They were rushed to the University of Port Harcourt Teaching Hospital, UPTH. An eyewitness spoke on this.
One taxi man who drive taxi park and taxi for that place. Say man come buy cigar for here. So one cross, one 4MATIC from nowhere, jam the man, for the gates, jam 2 keke, bend the 2 keke. I follow carry the man sef. As the man body dey here, the man 2 leg don't paralyze. Blood they come out for him mouth. I'm not sure say that man fit survive sef because the man already has them put him for motor. The man I'm not sure say they breathe again.
The driver get injured. In there for pharmacy there for cornerstone they treat himself. And that one when carry for there, we never know whether he go survive.
The driver later died in a hospital. The police have not spoken on this. As you may know, the traffic build-up around the construction site of the Port Harcourt Ring Road on the Rumosi axis of the East-West Road has seen motorists opt to drive against traffic. Moving on, a student of the University of Port Harcourt, Right Efyemi Erefa, is calling for justice, saying he was beaten up by the police. In an interview with our correspondent, the 27-year-old told our correspondent that the incident happened last Thursday around his home at Romodomaya after some policemen raided his house. He narrated how the police flogged him to a coma with a rod.
Early morning, around 6:30, police barged into our house with a boy they handcuffed. They forced themselves into our house, broke the lock. When they got in, they asked if the boy knows any of us. The boy said no. When they were about going back, after they have ransacked the house everywhere, I decided to use my phone. I said I want to record you. I'm going to do a video. So they quickly took the phone from me. The policeman beat me on my neck. I was screaming when the other policeman used a 2x2 rod and hit me on the head, and that made me unconscious.
The hospitalized student said the University of Port Harcourt Teaching Hospital has booked him for a brain surgery.
I want justice for this case because this is my final year. I'm writing project. I will not be able to write. So by exams are coming, so this will also have a very big impact on me. Like when will I be able to read? Because they say I can't stress my brain after the surgery. So 3 months after the surgery, that's when it will heal. They have not done the surgery, so it'll be on Wednesday. They don't have a lot in this our family. Even this family friends, and they have been supporting me. This I don't know how much is the surgery bill for brain surgery. I don't know how much.
Another 200-level student of Uniport, Emmanuel Erefa, also spoke.
I just want justice for my brother because my brother has always been a jovial, a very kind person. He doesn't look for trouble. So seeing him in this condition is really disheartening. So I just want justice.
Well, reacting to this, the University of Port Harcourt said it is coordinating with relevant authorities to gather all the facts surrounding the incident. Spokesperson of Uniport, Sam Beno, said in a statement that the incident involved a student of linguistics and communication studies of the university. Now, the statement also said it is crucial that a thorough and impartial investigation is allowed to take place to address the matter appropriately. The police have yet to speak on this. Moving on, the newly appointed acting president of Rukwa-Kwolosi Youth Development Forum, Emeka Aka, has thanked caretaker committee chairman of Obiakpo Chijoke Ihumo and the River State Commissioner for Youth Development Chisom Boali for coming to the rescue of Rukwa-Kwolosi youth. Mr. Aka, at a media briefing, announced the dissolution of all standing committees appointed by the past president, Nwolu Okocha.
I am using this medium to thank the CTC chairman of Obiakpo, Chief Ambassador Chijoke Ihumo, and also the Commissioner for Youth Development River State, and also the Obiakpo Youth President for coming to our rescue. We, the youth of Rukwa-Kwolosi, are grateful and also thanking him for removing us from darkness. By the power given to me, I hereby dissolve all appointments and standing committees by the past President Nwolu F. Okocha. I'm also urging him to stop parading himself as the youth president of RYDF.
Also speaking, President of Rumokoro Youth Forum and spokesperson for the National Youth Council of Nigeria NYC and Obiakpo chapter, Kelvin Wanwa, said the youth of Rukwa-Kwolosi have endured years of marginalization under poor leadership.
Our coming to this place today is to let you know that the National Youth Council of Nigeria Obiakpo chapter is solidly behind you and your team, and that no stone will be left unturned. I can assure you that, because we cannot have two governments at the same time. So let this message be clear, because as a people, we are going to hold our hands and see anybody cause crisis in any community under Obiakpo for what the local government chairman has done. We, the youth leaders of Obiakpo, is solidly behind his decision.
Earlier, the National Youth Council of Nigeria NYC and Obiakpo chapter thanked the caretaker committee chairman of Obiakpo Chijoke Ihumo for his contributions in making this year's International Youth Day a success. The spokesperson of NYCN in Obiakpo, Kelvin Wanwa, said this in an interview with correspondent Mekotoka that their Thanksgiving service at St. Philip's Anglican Church, Rumunduru, service at St. Philip's Anglican Church, Rumunduru. Mr. Wanwa, who is also the youth president of Rumokoro, said the Thanksgiving service was part of the event to mark this year's International Youth Day celebration.
We have come today to say thank you to Almighty God who has made it possible for us, and at the same time using the same medium to thank His Youthfulness Ambassador Chijoke Ihumo, who is also the National Youth Council of Nigeria River State Chapter and SATSAT, and who also doubled as the city's chairman, for making it possible financially. Otherwise, he was also there present because of what he has been doing for the good people of Obiakpo. Numerous empowerment, giving out transformers to communities, and of course, he also promised us that same day that about 1,000 youths are going to be meaningfully engaged.
Mr. Wawa also assured that the youth of Obiakpo local government area are backing the CTC chairman for the October 5th local government elections.
We have so much confidence in him. That is why we always say that he who has fight should be able to benefit from it, because he stand tall even when everybody was afraid. He came out, he stood in for the governor of the state and said no, that the governor has done nothing for him to be impeached. And that is why every one of us who are Rivers youth are solidly behind the governor of Rivers State. We, the youth of Obiakpo, unanimously agreed and endorsed him to make himself available for the upcoming election of the local government council of Obiakpo.
Meanwhile, the chief of staff to the paramount ruler of Rukwa, Victor Hanotu, has faulted claims that the Rukwa clan in the local government area has endorsed a candidate for the October 5th local government elections in River State. Speaking at a media briefing in Port Harcourt, Mr. Hanotu, who is also the deputy chief security officer of the clan, warned individuals against making unauthorized statement. He also commended Governor Fubara for his leadership style and urged him to adopt a candidate from Abo Kingdom for the Abo chairmanship position in the spirit of fairness and equity.
There is never a time that we endorse anybody. We have not. People should desist from making public announcement using Rukwaku name for their own personal gain. Rukwaku has not assigned any duty to anybody to speak on their behalf. Rukwaku has his way of doing things. We have not endorsed anybody. We are solidly behind the leadership of Sir Sim Fubara, the executive governor of Rivers State. He's actually doing well. He came as a rescue leader. So anybody trying to use his name or his government attempt to put confusion in Obiakpo local government. We will resist that.
In another development, the River State Ministry of Special Project has officially handed over the construction of the Palace of the Iweli of Akpo Kingdom to contractors. Speaking during a brief ceremony, the Commissioner for Special Projects, Roland Obed-Wide, urged the contractor to ensure that the project is completed in 6 months. Dr. Obed-Wide said the project is a demonstration of the Fubara administration's commitment to enhance the well-being of traditional rulers in the state.
Recall sometimes in May, precisely on the 24th of May, His Excellency came to Akpo Kingdom to flag off the Akane-Ogbogoro Road. And during that flag off, the Akpo Kingdom requested that a palace be built for the Akpo monarch. And His Excellency, the Governor of Rivers State, knows the importance of the traditional institutions. And so he obliged and decided that the ministry should work out the modalities to award the contract of building a very befitting palace for the Akpo monarch.
In his remark, the Iwali of Akpo Kingdom, Eze Levi Oriebe, also said the governor's action has wiped tears off the faces of Akpo people.
I'm full of joy. I don't know what to say. I don't know how I would thank the governor for him to wipe out tears in Akpo face. Because this type of thing have been happening in other areas, but Akpo did not receive even one. But as God wanted it, He brought a Messiah to clean our face. May God Almighty bless you.
On his part, the architect in charge of the project, Eric Chukwu, said the palace, which will span 24 plots of land, will blend traditional and modern architecture in rare classic style. Still to come, police invite NLC President Joe Ajero over alleged terrorism. Stay with us. Yeah, welcome back, and now the rest of the news. The Simplified Movement in Andoni local government area of River State says it has resolved to unite under the leadership of the member representing Andoni Opobonkoro Federal Constituency, Awaji Inombeka Biante, consolidate on the support for Governor Siminalayi Fubara. Now, he said a 3-member committee headed by a former APC chairman in River State, Davies Ibiamui Kaya, was set up to pilot the affairs of the Simplified Movement in Andoni whenever the leader, Dr. Abiante, is away from the state. Now, these were part of resolutions reached at the Andoni political leadership meeting convened by Dr. Abiante over the weekend. Other members of the committee include 2 former chairmen of the Andoni local government, Lucky Ayuwo and Apostle Felix Ayai. Dr. Ikaya spoke to newsmen after the meeting.
We agreed that all the factions that existed in Andoni simplified movement should cease to exist from today. So all the stakeholders have agreed that there's no more Kingston group, there's no more Abiante group, but there is one simplified movement in Andoni.
Dr. Abiante also spoke.
This meeting has further reaffirmed our resolve, our commitment to work as a team, to work as a people. If there had been some group thinking that there are issues, this meeting has set all of that behind us, and we are forging ahead as a people with a common front, common vision, common purpose, that is to ensure that we grant support to His Excellency on behalf of the people of Andoni.
Also speaking, former chairman of Andoni local government area, Kingston Silvanus, promised to abide by the terms of the resolution in order to galvanize more support for Governor Fubara and bring about the needed development. The Andoni political leaders, however, expressed satisfaction with the performance of the Reginald Ekan-led caretaker committee, including its impact on the health sector in Andoni, the unification of stakeholders, efforts to maintain peace in Andoni communities, the financial empowerment of Andoni people across party lines, and the soon-to-be flagging off of the second phase of the empowerment program. Away from that, the caretaker committee chairman of Ogubolo local government area of River State, Evans VP, says his administration has awarded bursaries to over 400 undergraduate students of the area in tertiary institutions across the country. Speaking during the disbursement, the secretary of the bursary committee and former vice chairman of Ogubolo local government area, Christy Tabunobere Tohari, said the beneficiaries drawn from over 16 tertiary institutions, including universities, polytechnics, and colleges of health sciences, constitute the first batch of the bursary scheme. She said the gesture aims to promote academic excellence and ease financial burden.
I want to seize this opportunity to thank the CTT chairman of Ogubolo local government area, Right Honorable Evans Papakaye BP, for his kind gesture towards the student community, and we really want to thank him for meeting the students at their exact point of need, coming to their aid, for mitigating the stress of school fees, purchase of textbooks, and personal care. Really want to thank him for putting the student first. We want to thank him for putting Ogubolo first. We say thank you for meeting them at their exact point of need.
Some of the beneficiaries spoke on this.
This is my 4 years in school, and this is the very first time I'm getting to hear or partake or participate or benefit from anything called bursary. I really want to say thank you, because when this money came in, at first it was like it's nothing, but it literally did everything. There are some lecturers that give us this: if you don't buy this textbook, you will not write the exam. All them, the money just came and sort out all those things and added to my feeding for the next 2 weeks. So I really appreciate it. I want to say God bless you, sir. Thank you, Honorable Evans BP. You are God sent. God bless you. Thank you, sir.
I want to thank the CCC chairman. This bursary has really helped me a lot in my education. I want to tell him thank you. May God bless him for his care for education, his passion to help the students.
The Special Assistant on Student Affairs to the Ogubolo caretaker chairman, Tamono Opobo Eritoru, also spoke.
For the past 10 years in the local government, the students have been denied bursary payments, and Right Honorable Evans has come to break the chain. And it will also interest us to know that the payment of the bursary, the amount that was paid, is the highest so far in the history of the local government. This shows that he has the students at heart. This shows that the chairman is committed to ensure that education becomes his top priorities. Considering the economic situation of the country, some students couldn't pay their school fees, some couldn't get textbooks on campus. This bursary will go a long way.
The verification exercise for the continuation of bursary payment to the second batch of undergraduate students is expected to start soon. Meanwhile, the caretaker committee chairman of Eche local government area, John Otamere, has commended Governor Fubara for his swift intervention in reconstructing the Iweche Rubokurisi Road. During an inspection tour of the road reconstruction on Monday, Mr. Otamere said the people of Eche are thrilled by the contractor's mobilization to the site, given the road's economic significance to the local government area.
We as Eche people want to sincerely appreciate and thank the governor for remembering this road, because this is another gateway to Eche ethnic nationality. He has started with this. We also know that in subsequent times he will also look at the other road linking Umebru to Ikwerengwo, because bulk of the indigenes of the communities are also residing in those areas, including strangers. We'll continue to support him. I will continue to follow him wherever he asks us to go with him.
Also speaking, the Chief of Staff to the Eche caretaker chairman, Morgan Nwobilo, said the road reconstruction will alleviate daily struggles and boost economic activities.
We appreciate the governor for his quick intervention because Eche people have suffered, Igbo in particular, they have suffered because of this road in different ways. Because of the bad shape of this road, so many lives have been lost, criminals, women have been raped. But we thank God today that he has listened to Eche people and intervene to make sure that this road at least gains back its shape. We want to say a big thank you. At the same time, to assure the governor that Igbo 113 will fully galvanize, commit our time in supporting his administration.
Now, elsewhere, the Rivers State Ethnic Youth Leaders Council has condemned the call for the sack of the Special Advisor on Youth to the Managing Director of the Niger Delta Development Commission, Dango Matthew. At a press briefing, President General of the group, Emmanuel Barinoazo, said those calling for a change are only trying to undermine the good work and effort of the current NDDC board.
Our attention has been drawn to the unwarranted call by some faceless and disgruntled individuals for the sake of Mr. Matthew Dangum, the Special Advisor Youth to the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of NDDC. The effort and determination of this hunger-driven individual who have pretensions come under the guise of the Niger Delta stakeholders with the aim to deceive general public have been spotted and are therefore condemned by well-meaning individuals, as these guys are hell-bent, pulling down, blackmail some targeted officials over every slightest provocation, especially when their immediate stomach needs are not met.
Mr. Barinoazo also reaffirmed the group's confidence in NDDC Managing Director Samuel Omoku and his Special Advisor Dango Matthew for their contributions to the development of the Niger Delta region.
The Rivers State Ethnic Leaders Council, the apex indigenous youth in Rivers State, reaffirm our confidence in the management team of the Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC) and his Special Advisor on Youth, Matthew Dango, for their relentless effort, determination, and contribution in bringing about a peaceful and prosperous Nigeria in line with the fulfillment of Mr. President's renewed hope.
Our correspondent reports that some members of the ethnic youth leaders in attendance include Felix Nwolo, Bright Ite, Ipalbo Madudoye, Tamnotoye Tamonene, Chris Nana, Good News Wakwala, and Example Brings, among others. Now, the police have invited the president of the Nigeria Labour Congress, Joe Ajero, for an investigation of allegations of terrorism, financing, treasonable felony, cybercrime, and other related offences. In other news, the Academic Staff Union of Universities has issued a 21-day ultimatum to the federal government for planned nationwide strike. Catch details of this in the business news at 7. We go on another short commercial break.
Yes, so make clean collect services and
International scene, Libya's central bank says it has resumed operation following the release of their staff who was abducted from his home. On the news this morning, you heard a taxi driver has died following a road accident in Rumosi, Port Harcourt. On the foreign scene, Libya's central bank has reopened after their kidnapped staff was freed. The news was edited by Shoma Ezewafo. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808 721 7215. I'm Ifechukwu Mwanyeli. Many thanks for listening.
Boniface, my guy. Long time no see. Why your face this strong like this now?